Good morrow, gentle people. Today I want to talk to you about red beans. I really like grains and beans and all of these dried foods that I can have in my pantry. And there are quite a few of these that I actually, well, don't use because I just don't know how. Since in the last few weeks I've been planning my meals a bit in advance. I thought, hey, I should use some of these wonderful grains that I have here and that I never use. And that's the story of the red beans curry. So I looked up recipes with red beans as the main ingredients. And I found this curry recipe, which is great, so I write it down. When I say I write down the recipe, I actually write basic guidelines of what I'm supposed to do. And then comes the day when I'm supposed to make that as a dinner. So I'm starting my cooking, stuff, and then I'm like, I should have taken this as a video. That's a great video to do, right? And so I went to grab my camera, and that's where we are. I'll show you. Before I start anything, the red beans need soaking. I leave them in the water for 24 hours at least, and then I'm ready to start on the actual recipe. Here are some onions and garlic, browning in the pot. I add spices and additional oil, because I'm a bit scared that it's gonna burn. When it looks nice and cooked, I add the soaked beans. Although, as I will recall later, the recipe calls for adding them only once the water boils. I mix everything, and when the oil is spread all over the beans, I add water and let everything come to a boil. Since I've got absolutely nothing to do, I sit at the table and browse my phone. And then, of course, I remember I do actually have better things to do. Checking in to see how the dish is coming together. Looks good. Let's set the table. There we are. I'm not sure the liquid is supposed to be that liquid. Maybe it's actually supposed to cook without the cover. Overall, the experiment was a success, and I did already buy some more red beans, so this will definitely happen. And what about you? Do you often cook red beans? Do you often cook curry? Maybe you have a few tips that you could give us in the comments below. Do you have some of these ingredients that you never cook with? And what are these? Please let me know, and I'll see you next time. Until then, keep experimenting. See ya!